Now that I got these hatches done, it's time to tackle that one. So here's what I got to work with. Alright, so I want to go ahead and get the actual dimension of this hole here. So go ahead and remove the seal. It's pretty easy to do. Okay. Then make a pattern. Took a piece of cardboard in there and got the exact trace out of this opening. Wasn't sure how I was going to do it yet, but that's what I needed, at least this part of it. Alright. Then afterwards, thinking about it, I decided that, well, maybe something to go over the top of it. Alright, so that's when I came up with this idea. So another hatch cover here that would be equally spaced outside the hole, and then just like this pattern, it would fit into this groove here and at least lock itself in there. Then I just had to figure out how I was going to hold it in place, but I'll show you how I did that. So in essence though, I still got to use this pattern, because with this pattern I was able to set it on top of the cardboard. Here, let me flip it around. I'm able to set it on top of the cardboard and know what my dimension is going to be all the way around and get a pattern that's very equal to the opening that's in there. So it would be like that, okay? And this edge here would be where your seal is at. So I think that that's a perfect way to do it. So that's what I'm going to go with. You'll see more of what I'm envisioning once I get it made. All right. Sadly, I don't have any video of this panel being cut out using a jigsaw on a 1/8 inch aluminum sheet, but here is the final result. So I just finished mocking up my front hatch for the tracker. These are alignment tabs on these four corners. This gives it strength lengthwise. If you notice, I got 3 holes here. These are for the latches. 2 of them are locking. One is just a swivel latch. And you can see how they'll be sliding in. Same thing on these ends. These holes here are for tying up to a bungee or whatever, so that way you don't misplace or sink your hatch in the water by mistake. So let's go test it out on the boat, see how it fits for now, because the final will be it getting painted. Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's get this in there. First you kind of just center it, and then after that you'll see the alignment tabs completely center you when you're putting it in. And there it is. There's a groove right here on the bottom. That's where this lays into and locks in. And then these tabs will keep it from being lifted up or pulled out. Alright, so next step now is just to paint it, which is an option, and get the latches put in so you can see how it closes up. So I got the panel here all cleaned up with alcohol, and what I decided to do is, instead of going with regular paint, I'm going to go with Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. I think this will hold up a whole lot better than regular paint. So let's see what happens. Nice thick coating. Alright, so we'll let this dry, flip it over, see how it goes. So everything's looking good. It's been about 45 minutes and it seems to be dry. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it and give it a coating, and then maybe tomorrow I'll give each side another coating. So let's go ahead and flip it, and I'll go ahead and start doing this side. All right, come back in a little bit, see what we get. So here it is. It's been a couple of days since I last painted it, so it's nice and dry. I couldn't wait, had to put the latches on. You can see them right there. These are your locking latches, and then this is just your normal lock latch with no key. These are your seals. I got the key right here. They're all keyed the same. Seal it off to protect the lock mechanism. And remember I mentioned about these holes here on each side? I just use a piece of paracord, one long loop on one end, one short one on the other. I just loop it through the hole like so. And then place a carabiner on it, and I'll show when I go to the boat how I latch this in there so it doesn't get lost. There it is. So all that's left is now just to get it placed on the boat. But before I do that, I want to show some things. So I just want to touch up on what I used on the panel. These are your lock covers. They're made out of a rubber, even though they feel kind of plasticky, but we'll see how well they hold up. Also, this is just your normal latch. This works really well. You want to make sure that you use this toggle type arm on it. It comes with both, so you just put that away for something else, but this is what you want to go with. The same with your key lock. Once you get this all assembled, you want to go with this arm in this position. Okay, and to put the lock cover on, it's just a matter of doing that to it and then putting it through your hole and then putting on the nut. Tighten it down, orient this on the position that you need it, and then add your locking bar. So all that's left now is just to go get this mounted on the boat and call it a day. So you guys ready to see what I see? Because it's looking mighty good. Check it out. Oh man, that looks so good. So worth the effort. No holes drilled anywhere, no hinges. Just a simple on and off. A single latch. Here goes your 2 locking latches here. So while we're at it, let's go ahead and get the carabiner mounted up where it needs to go. Alright, that's on there. So let's go ahead and get this mounted in the groove, closed up. Sweet. All right, let's lock it up. Wow, very nice. I'm so happy with this. Yep, now I can secure valuables in there if I have to, when I have to. Otherwise, normal day, just keep it unlocked and just use the single latch and you're good to go. I definitely call this a win. Very happy with it. All right.